about solving and factoring linear and quadratic equations. So here are two practical examples that I will go through it at the end of this video. Alright, so how to solve linear system of equations. Here is an example. The concept is we need to move the variable term on one side, move the other term on the other side. So linear equation, the power of the variable is 1. Okay, so here is x power of 1. You won't see 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, x power of 1 only. Then I'm going to move the terms. How can I move the variable terms on one side? So for example, I need to move 3x on one side. Here is plus positive 3x, right? I need to get rid of 3x, so I need to take another 3x. In other words, I need to do minus 3x on both sides, such that this part, the right hand side will become 0, and 5x take 3x is 2x take 2 is equals to minus 6. Next, move the constant term to the other side, which is the right hand side, so plus 2. Okay, plus 2 on both sides, such that left hand side will become nothing for the constant term, and the right hand side is minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4. Last step, here I need 1x, not 0x. Okay, so I need to divide by 2, because here is 2, so I divide by whatever it is. So x is equal to minus 2. That's it for this question. So that is the way to solve linear equation. Next is the quadratic equation. How to solve quadratic equation? Plenty of ways to do it, but today I will introduce the quadratic formulas. I think that is the most useful method. I can't say it's the best, but it's the most efficient method to solve all quadratic problems. Okay. Okay. In the formulas, got a couple of components, A, B, C. What are they? So A is the coefficient of x squared. What do I mean by coefficient? In this case, x squared, the number is, front of the number is 1. So 1 is the coefficient of x squared. B is the coefficient of x power of 1. What is the number in front of it? Negative 1. Okay, don't forget the sign. It's negative. Same as the C is the constant. If you put 6, you are not correct because the sign before it is minus 6. So you should put minus 6 instead. Next, got everything, put it in the equation. So minus B is minus 1. Note, it's very important to give a bracket. Okay, if you don't put bracket in the right place, I think highly likely you get the wrong result. Okay. Okay, take 4, A is 1, C is minus 6. Divide the whole thing by 2 times A is 1. So you see, every time I put A, B, or C, I put a bracket. Okay, because some of the numbers are negative, so to avoid the negative positive problem. Negative times negative 1 is positive 1, plus minus 1 squared is positive 1. Take 4ac. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 6 is 24, which is plus 24 because negative become positive. And divide by 2 times 1 is 2. 1 plus minus 25 divided by 2. What is square root 25? Is nothing more than 5. Alright, so how to interpret plus minus? That means I have two solutions. One is use the plus sign. The other one is to use the subtraction sign, the negative sign. Okay, therefore 6 divided by 2 is 3, or x is equal to minus 4 divided by 2 is minus 2. Okay, one more example for the quadratic function. Okay, ABC. A is the coefficient of x squared, which is positive 2. Now, tricky part is B and C. What is B here? Student will think it's 1. B is equal to 1, but that is not correct because you can't see any x power of 1 term, right? So that means it's 0 times x. So B is equal to 0. C, if you think it's 18, you're not correct. Why is that? Because to apply quadratic function, the first preparation work you need to do is to move all the terms into one side. Okay, to set other side is equal to 0, like this case here. So you know, okay, C is equal to minus 18. Yep, and then we apply the quadratic function. Okay, so x is equal to minus b plus minus square root b squared take 4ac divided by 2a. Minus 0 is 0, plus minus 0 squared is 0, plus 144 divided by 2 times 2 is 4. In the other words, so 0 plus 144 is 144. What is that? Square root 144 is 12. And I have two solutions. The first one is using plus. And the second solution using subtract. 0 plus 12 is 12. So here is 3, or x is equal to minus 12, or divide by 4 is minus 3. Okay. In the title of today's video, I'm going to do one more thing, factoring. So what is factoring? Basically, once I get to the final answer using quadratic formula, to factoring it, it's just pretty simple. What you have to do is to move the constant term to the left hand side. So move the constant term to the left hand side. Is that okay? Because here is plus 3, move to the left hand side, become negative 3. Do the same thing here. Here is negative 2, I need plus 2 on both sides. So therefore, if I move that to the left hand side, it will become plus 2. Don't forget set it equals to 0, and in the middle of it is a dot because this term times this term is equal to 0. Okay, one more example, how to factoring this. Move the 3 to the left hand side, become x take 3, bracket. Move the minus 3 to the left hand side, become plus 3. Set it equals to 0. Make a dot as multiplication. That's it. Right, practical examples. The first one is a linear equation. Okay, so the tricky part is the bottom part. Okay, got the denominator. If I were you, I would get rid of those denominator first. How can I get rid of those denominator? I can't times 0. Okay, please remember, don't times 0. Okay, just make it 1y. How can I do that? Times 2 on this side. So I need to times 2 here, times 2 here, times 2 here. In other words, I have 1y take 4 is equal to 1/3 y times 2. What is 1/3 y times 2? 2/3 y. Okay, so I done this fraction here. I'll do the same thing for this fraction. Denominator is 3 times the whole thing by 3. So if I times the whole thing by 3, I have 3y take 12 is equal to 2y. Alright, and then move 2y to left hand side. I have positive y, and move the minus 12 to right hand side is positive 12. That's it. That is the answer. Y is equal to 12. Next, quadratic function. To solve it, quadratic formula. Okay, A is 2, B is minus 3, C is minus 2. Apply quadratic formula. Minus b minus b, and then b squared, so it's minus 3 squared. Take 4ac divide by 2a. Simplify that. 3 plus minus 9 take 16, should be plus 16 because negative times negative. Divide by 4. So 3 plus minus square root 25 divided by 4. What is that? 5. Square root 25 is 5. Okay, such that I have two solutions. The first one is plus, and the other one is subtract. X is equal to 2, or minus a half. Thank you for watching it.